Welcome back to the Scale Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. Today we're doing a quick install of the new Reefs RC 422 Servo Winch.
Welcome to medieval times. I'll be your serving wench, Melinda.
I will tell you that a winch in any competition environment is going to be absolutely mandatory. They don't necessarily require one for competition, but it is highly recommended that you have one installed. It's one of those items that when you think you don't need it, you absolutely will. The Reefs RC 422 HD Servo Winch is an excellent choice, and I will tell you why. It includes 7 feet of silicone-coated steel braided line with a scale recovery hook. It includes a machined aluminum spool. It includes everything you need to get started in winching. It will work from voltages of 4.8 up to 8.4 volts, so you can run it off a receiver without a BEC. It is waterproof. It offers 405 ounce-inches of torque at 6 volts and up to 480 ounce-inches of torque at 8.4 volts. The biggest feature I think of this winch from Reefs RC is that it's already pre-programmed and includes a controller inside the actual servo housing. So you don't need to have a secondary controller, you don't need to have an ESC or a dedicated servo controller to control this winch from a third channel on your radio. It's already included. Program your radio to work as a 3-position switch and you are essentially done. It's really super easy to get going with this, and one less piece of equipment that I have to solder on is one less thing that I have to worry about, and that's what I really like about this, is that it's very simple and very powerful. I'm installing this servo winch in my Vanquish VS410 Pro. I'll be using my DX5C radio to program the winch, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. There's a few extra steps here that aren't necessarily required, but I think just cleans up the whole look. And that started with some braided sleeve that I got on Amazon. I like to cover all of my exposed wiring with this sleeve so it doesn't get chewed up by any of the moving components on the inside of the truck. I cut a piece to length, I heat up each end with a lighter to melt those ends so it doesn't fray, and then I carefully place it over the servo line, zip tying the end so it doesn't move around. Then we can move on to the next step, which is winding this wire around the spool and installing the spool on the servo winch. The spool includes 2 holes, and if you are running the metal braided line that's included with the Reefs RC Servo Winch, it's pretty simple, and I'm not sure if this is how they intended it to work, but it works very well this way. I put the line through both holes on the spool, and using the included M3 screw, I managed to put that wire between the bottom of the actual screw and the bottom of the spool. That way it's a friction fit on the spool. That wire shouldn't be going anywhere. If you're using the optional synthetic winch line, I highly recommend learning how to tie knots. There is a really excellent app that I use on my iPhone for tying knots called Knot Guide Lite, and that is an excellent way of learning how to tie new knots. The VS410 Pro includes a servo winch mount already on the front of the truck, so that's where I'm going to put it. 4 screws to tighten it down into place. Then run my line to my receiver box, which in this case is just a leftover axial box that I had from previous build. Insert those wires into the receiver and close up the receiver box. Since all the winch controlling is done inside the winch, there's nothing else to add. That is it. The installation is done. The first thing I do is find an open auxiliary channel. I've decided to run this on my auxiliary 2, which I've programmed to be the F switch right underneath the E switch, which I'm using for my drag brake. Make sure the input is set to F. Make sure your mode is 3-position. Cyclic, you want that to inhibit. You want to go from forward to reverse on your winch in the same position. You want to be able to go forward in one direction and reverse in the other direction. So make sure that that's set to inhibit. And momentary, you want that to be active. So you can press down on the switch and release, and it'll actually stop moving the winch line. If you have anything else already assigned to that switch, you'll have to make sure that those things are turned off. I definitely suggest you read through the manual to see how that works and what things are already set up on which switch. Now that we've done programming it, you can see that as I click on, the winch comes in, and when I click off, the winch pulls back out. And if you don't like it that way, you can obviously reverse it by just spooling it out entirely and then spooling it back on in the same direction. Then you've reversed it. That's literally all there is to setting up this winch, and it is an extremely powerful winch, as you can see by this quick demonstration on the bench here. I'm really pleased with how simple this is to put together. No soldering is required, and it's a very easy, robust solution. I'm looking forward to getting it outside and giving it a proper test. As I'm already pretty impressed with what Reefs offers already, I think this is just another thing to add to the list of great products they created. I hope you found this informative, and if you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you get updates anytime there's a new video from the Scale Builders Guild. Don't forget to check out our merch at the Teespring store right down below this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you again soon.